This contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Joliet, Illinois, weighing 210 pounds, Robert Anthony.
Taz, Robert Anthony is a man that we got a good look at last week on AEW Dark. He hung with the AEW World Champion Jon Moxley. And it's a match with a lot of history. Moxley and Anthony go back a long way. You're two guys that drove together. They kind of broke in together.
Who cares? You know why I'm angry with this guy here, Robert Anthony? And he did all that. Okay, he went on his Twitter this past week and he disrespected Cage. He's mentioned my name, okay, because he's buddies with Moxley. Maybe instead of being buddies with Mox, he should have worried about trying to beat Mox and not be his friend. Yeah, I'm getting all hot now. But he did have a good outing against Mox, I give you that.
And his opponent, from Southern California, weighing 205 pounds,
Find that tweet.
Scorpio Sky.
Scorpio Sky, known to many AEW fans as a tag team wrestler, but he is one of the foremost singles tacticians. Fans found out very quickly. Chris Jericho found out firsthand.
Yeah, listen, that first ever tag team champion. I mean, how impressive is that in itself? Scorpio Sky. I mean, listen, I've been singing this guy's praises forever. I can talk with him. He don't need to be around his Southern California buddies. Hang around with a guy like me and Brian Cage. You know what I'm saying?
Are you saying that you'd like to be friends with Scorpio
Yes.
Sky?
Why? Yes, I kind of am friends with Sky already. You know, like better friends, business associates.
Collar and elbow tie up there. Robert Anthony goes behind Scorpio Sky. He's got the waist lock locked in, and you can see Anthony's trunks, a bit of an homage to Jerry Lynn.
I was going to say, I think he went in Jerry Lynn's bag and took his gear, but I guess it's an homage.
I think Robert Anthony's slightly taller than Jerry Lynn. Not sure those trunks.
Then you're going to take shots at Jerry Lynn. That's nice. Look at a full Nelson right here by Sky. Oh, nice switch.
Sky with the hammerlock applied. Anthony trying to grab anything he can on the back of Sky's head. He does. Switches behind. He got the waist lock. Drops Sky flat on his stomach. And now Robert Anthony maintaining control of Scorpio Sky. Sky trying to fight back up to a vertical base.
That's Sky's got control of the arm right here. And Anthony, you know, as we know, as we've discussed, a veteran. You know, he's in the game close to 20 years. And Sky at around 15, 16 years, 17 years maybe, something like that. So you got two guys with very similar experience, similar in age. Could be a good matchup.
Scorpio Sky getting cheered on there by the Gun Club at ringside.
I don't know why Austin Gunn is wearing an SUU jacket. Like, who did steal that from?
I think Sky gave it to him. That's the jacket he wore to the ring.
Sorry, I was looking for the tweet that Robert Ego Anthony buried Brian Cage and me. Sorry, I was busy multitasking.
I would call it single tasking.
Multitasking, that's what I did.
Robert Anthony with the wrist of Scorpio Sky isolated. Wrenching it over. Now, driving Sky to the canvas once again. Sky a little bit frustrated.
He did. Good hammerlock right there, tight. See how Anthony keeps his body close? Not the problem you do that, but you keep your body close to your opponent when you have a hammerlock, but you got to watch your head. But nice
bridge escape,
out of that.
yeah.
Hey, good job there by Robert. See, I give people credit. If I don't like a cat, I'll still give him credit. I'm a fair man, you know. I mean, he's got a good hammerlock on a tremendous athlete right now.
And Sky, showing off his athleticism there.
Awesome.
Very fluid, a single motion as Sky sprung to his feet. Backflips over. Cradle, 1, 2. One count, actually.
See how Sky backs off. He knows that he had a good amount of offense put on his own arm by Robert Anthony. So he backs off, he waits, he resets. A lot of young wrestlers don't reset. That's a reset, and that's smart by Scorpio Sky.
And Sky, Taz, you spoke about his experience, but what about his speed for a man that's been 17 plus years inside the squared circle? Scorpio Sky is step for step perhaps one of the fastest here.
Yeah, I would say if you were gonna, as far as in-ring first step explosion, knee drive, which are all important things, I would give the nod to a guy like Jungle Boy and a guy like Scorpio Sky as far as who's the pure fastest. I mean, some guys show their speed different in the ring, but to the point you're making, I mean, Scorpio definitely brings a lot of speed in there. And now turnabout's fair play. He's got himself a good hammerlock here on Robert Anthony.
Sky coming, almost baited him in to reach that hand out. He took the side headlock and just ran him over with that shoulder tackle.
Again, see no rush, not rushing into anything. I love the poise.
Lateral press.
The poise of Sky. Just gets himself an armbar, traditional armbar right now. Which, when you work a hammerlock on a guy, and then you get yourself an armbar, and you see how the shoulder of Anthony is being torn back. It's just great stuff. Simplistic, but great.
But Anthony gets up to his feet and then immediately drives Sky into the corner to break the hold and hits a back elbow.
I don't think Sky was able to see because he was behind Anthony. You could see that Robert Anthony was loading up to do an elbow.
But Anthony spent a little too much time jaw-jacking with referee Mike Posey.
Well, he is ego. He's Robert Ego Anthony, right? So why not?
Typically you like guys with inflated egos.
I do. I just don't like him, but that's my opinion.
Leaping back elbow there by Sky sends Anthony back to the canvas. Cover, one. Again, Anthony kicks out.
Scorpio Sky, you see, he's trying to think one or two moves ahead what he's going to do. He knows he has Robert Anthony down and out right now, hurt and banged up a bit. Snapmare right now, maybe get himself a... Oh, no, I thought he was going to get a hold, but no.
Anthony up to his feet. Oh!
Very impressive, very impressive.
Using Sky's momentum against him. Cover!
Very impressive right there by Robert Ego Anthony.
And now Anthony, the boot on the neck of Sky, just driving that heel into the upper body region, driving the point of his elbow to the back of Sky's head. Sky might be seeing stars right now.
Yeah, there's a good chance he's seeing stars. He's getting popped hard in the back of the skull there, right there, and that's rough.
Oh, Sky, right hand, left hand, a right again. Sky hits the ropes, but Anthony just ran him over the back elbow. Cover, 1, 2, no! Sky immediately came up clutching that jaw after that back elbow, and Anthony was aware of it and immediately puts on that chin lock.
Yeah, rear chin lock right across the jawline to the point you just made, and he's got a good grip right there, locking it in real tight. Got to be careful you get suplexed out of this position here, but Scorpio Sky's not going to do that, it doesn't seem.
Sky backs Anthony into the corner, but Anthony turns the tables on Sky and fires in a chop.
Yeah, big athlete, is Robert. It's sitting about 6'3", well over 210, maybe 220 pounds, so he's got some good size. Got a little bit of a size advantage on Sky. A little bit, not a lot.
Snapmare sends Sky out to the center, and Anthony just driving that boot across the face of Scorpio Sky.
I mean, you know Robert Anthony well?
Not particularly well.
Oh. Well, I just thought maybe you could ask him why he's wearing Jerry's tights. It's bothering me, to be honest. Just give my opinion.
Because Robert Anthony came up in the Midwest wrestling scene. Jerry Lynn from Minnesota, a big part, a very influential part.
So you're going to tell me about Jerry Lynn's history? No, is that what you're doing, bro?
Ask me a freaking question.
Son of a bitch. You have to curse and get all mean. But Anthony's controlling that left wing and head. Got himself kind of a version of, not a Cobra Clutch, but kind of in that realm.
Yeah, he's more to the side.
Right.
But still, Sky, though, able with that free right hand to fire in some shots to the ribcage of Anthony.
Uh-oh, watch out.
Clothesline takes Anthony off his feet. A second one. Now Scorpio Sky sending Anthony.
Oh, nice reversal. Look at that reversal. Good job.
Sky! The stomp across the back. Sky is feeling it, man.
Love when he does that. Love that. I should have did that back in the day. Damn it.
Great height, great elevation by Scorpio Sky. As Anthony struggling to get up to his feet. Going for the soul, but Anthony caught it. Oh, Sky able to avoid Kobe with the drop kick.
One of the best drop kicks in the game.
1, 2, no!
The explosion in the core of his body, the middle of Sky's body, and those drop kicks. I just love the way this man drop kicks.
And Sky was really intent on putting Anthony away there. You saw how he distributed his weight across the upper body. He had that deep cradle hooked.
Jim Brunzell-esque drop kick. We're going old school in this episode here. He had a great drop kick, by the way.
Yeah, they called him jumping. Jim Brunzell.
Oh, there's a lot of jumping guys. That don't mean they have good drop kicks.
It was alliterative. And now Scorpio Sky had Anthony up on the shoulder. He's looking for that TKO. Sky able to fight out of the fireman's carry. Drops a back elbow. And now Sky up on the shoulders of Anthony. Anthony, oh, the Death Valley driver.
He's got it. He's going to
Hooks
get
the leg. 1, 2.
upset.
No!
Shock and awe on the face of Robert Anthony.
Anthony was able to counter the counter, but only got the 2.
Big problem a lot of guys have. They're shocked they didn't get a win. They don't follow up quick enough. You got to have a sense of urgency. You have to have a sense of urgency.
You got to keep fighting until you hear the bell ring.
Got to keep going. But I understand why. You're perplexed how you didn't get a win. I get that. I do understand it, but you got to stay locked in.
Sky kicking his legs, inside cradle. 1, 2, no! Anthony able to break free. Scorpio Sky creating some distance.
And Robert Anthony's legs are a little wobbly.
Oh! Kicks and chops by Sky. Oh, but Anthony. That back elbow in the corner. Hits the ropes of Scorpio Sky. Big running boot. Turning Anthony inside out. Scorpio Sky. TKO. Covers. 1, 2, 3.
The winner of this match, Scorpio Sky.
Taz, Robert Anthony looked impressive in defeat, but the real story here is Scorpio Sky firing on all cylinders here tonight.
He had a very impressive victory right there over a very game Robert Ego Anthony. This TKO hit its mark right there. I mean, great job on that TKO. There's another great angle of it. And that's a good way to put your opponent's head out, and that's exactly what Sky did to Anthony. Hey, I tip my cap to Robert Anthony. He had a hell of an outing. We saw recently against the AEW champion of Mox, and now against Sky.
Unsure what Scorpio Sky's plans are, but something tells me if he decides to focus on his singles career, the sky is the limit.
Oh, wow. You didn't do that, did you?